Oh yeah, pipe smokers. This is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, live from Rochester, New York, in the United States of America, on Winchester Street. Thank the Lord. And it is Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, and we're going to have a Tuesday night smoke together right now. Yeah, so grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, grab your favorite beverage. We're going to be smoking another K. Woody. You're going to love the show. Yeah. Oh yeah, so cheers. We have a Pabst Blue Ribbon ice cold beer here, made in the USA. Thank God. Yeah. So cheers, everyone. Happy Tuesday. So I was unpacking. I don't have enough room. Some my blends, and when you see my videos when I do them in my living room, all of those hundreds of different blends, that's like 1/10 of the tobacco I actually own. Yeah, we've done some tobacco investing in the last 6 years or so. So, what we're going to be smoking tonight? Well, let me show you what we're going to be smoking it out of. This is out of 36 K. Woody pipes I said I would smoke. This is number 4. And it's a super grain K. Woody. Love it. It has a 4-hole stinger in it, and inside of it is something very special. It is a blend that I made that I'm really proud of. I call it Smoky Bourbon Breeze. All right. Smoking Bourbon Breeze slices. And so basically what I did, what it has in it, there's 25 parts, okay? I think I used a teaspoon or tablespoon for one part, so I'll give you the recipe. It has 12 parts Red Virginia, which is 48% Sutliff Red Virginia, 8 parts Latakia, which makes it 32% Latakia, 4 parts Oriental, which makes it 16%, and 1 part Perique, which makes it 4%. So it has 48% Sutliff Red Virginia, 32% Cyprian Latakia, 16% Oriental, 4% Perique. And I made this on 2/6 of 2025. And then what I did is I made a small batch like that, maybe an ounce and a half. And what I did is I had these white oak barrel things that I got in the bourbon barrel blend that I had. I soaked them in bourbon real good, then dried the outside off and let them soak. So this is moist. And what I did is I took the blend and then I put it in my press and I pressed it at like 1500 PSI for like a week. Kept pressing it. And then what I did is I had like a hockey puck size blend and I cut it in slices. So it was very moist. So the slices have really kind of fallen apart. You can see, well, I don't know. You can kind of see maybe one of the slices here. All right. Yep, that's one of the slices. And oh, it smells good. It's very moist, so I rubbed it out, let it sit for about 20 minutes or so, and now we're going to smoke it. We're going to set it on fire. This is good. Mm. This tastes really in between like plum pudding, barrel aged, and Sutliff Bengal slices. It tastes like those two. That's what it tastes like. Mm. And it is good. Mm. For it's smoky too. The first thing that hits me is the Latakia, the smokiness of the 32% Latakia. But then that bright red Virginia with the sweetness drags that right back in. They intertwine together along with the Orientals, a little bit of 4% Perique, just to give it like a little peppery taste. Mm. This would be like the perfect smoke during the middle of winter. It's stormy and snowy outside. And it's warm and toasty in your house. This is a great blend. And that's why you write things down, okay? I write all of my recipes down. You can see it right there. You know, let me repeat what they are. 48% Sutliff Red Virginia. 32% Latakia. 16% Oriental. 4% Perique. How did I do that? I knew I put 25 parts in it altogether, 25 tablespoons. So I put 12 parts in there. I divided it by 25, and then I got 48%. That's, you know, you have to know your math a little bit, but I'll tell you what, the Smoky Bourbon Breeze slices is to die for. I love this blend as much as I love, you know, the Sutliff single barrel bourbon slices. This is just really good. Right now, as I'm getting down through the bowl, the sweetness hits me first of the Virginias. Then the smokiness kicks in. It's like barbecue almost. So last week, my furnace, and most of you won't understand this, my furnace, I don't think, I looked at, you know, when your furnace is cleaned, the technician writes down on a piece of paper that's taped to the side of the furnace when it was cleaned. When I bought the house, I was like, geez, I don't think this furnace has been cleaned in 4 or 5 years. It's a gas furnace, forced air, and called up my old pal who's now retired. He's like, well, I'm not doing it no more. I got COPD and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's a little older than I am. He's like, but call this guy. So called him, scheduled an appointment for a full furnace cleaning, because if you don't keep your furnace clean, it's going to fail. And so we scheduled that for tomorrow. Well, last night, my furnace stopped working. I woke up, it was 64 degrees in the house. It's like, great. I went down, kind of banged on the furnace a little bit. It turned on for 10 minutes, was blowing heat, then it shut off. Then I went down, banged on it again. It was blowing out cold air. I'm like, oh, geez. Now is not the time where I need to be buying a $3,500 furnace. So, I called this guy and said, hey, Jeff, you think you can come out today instead of tomorrow? Here's what's going on. And he's like, I'm swamped for the day. We're just going to have to keep our appointment for tomorrow. So I've got my little fake fireplace that blows hot air out. And the house must be really well insulated because it got down to 30 degrees last night. And when I woke up this morning, it was 64. And it got up to 51 degrees today. And when I came home, it was still 62 in the house. And then I put this heater up there. I got it up to about 65 right now. I could bring in my propane heater and get it up to 80 if I wanted. So I'm reading up on this stuff, and it's like, a lot of times, if you have an older furnace that hasn't been cleaned in 4 or 5 years, if a certified technician comes out, does a full cleaning on it, a lot of times it'll just fire right back up and work like it should. But it was running on a short cycle, so I knew there's a problem like with dirt and stuff like that in there. And when I say short cycle, it'd run for 10 minutes, shut off for 5 minutes, run for 10 minutes, shut off for 5 minutes. And so it could be the thermocoupler, it could be a lot of things. But it was running, so I don't think it's like the motherboard or anything like that. What do you guys think? Could be a filthy, dirty, clogged air filter. I'm not ripping that furnace apart. Guy's coming out tomorrow, $125. He's going to do a total cleanup job on it. It could just be that, the thermocoupler has like all kinds of dirt all over it. It's not sensing the temperature. It could be a flame sensor. It could be a million things. But I can't afford $3,500 to replace the furnace. I mean, I got a credit card I can put it on that's at like 39%. I don't want to do that. I'm praying that the Lord, the guy comes out, does a thorough cleaning of everything, hits the start button, and the thing fires up and runs the way it should. No short cycle, any of that stuff. So that's where the Gilson house is right now, currently. That's my situation. Yeah. Splendid. So good. I've been puffing on it like a train. This gorgeous bowl is starting to heat up a little bit. Look at the briar on that. Isn't that gorgeous? All these K-Woody pipes are for sale. Oh, this is good. I'm going to let her cool down a little bit, and we'll be back in a nanosecond. Yeah. I don't know, so I turned the thermostat up, walked downstairs, hit it a couple times on the side. She fired up for about 2 minutes. Didn't feel any heat coming out. And then shut off. So you furnace guys, I don't know, what do you think? Guy will be out here tomorrow at 4:30. And we'll find out where we're at. It's like, look, man, I told him, I says, if the cleaning, a deep cleaning on my furnace doesn't work, you know, it's 25 years old. We're going to be able to fix it? And he's like, well, what kind is it? And I told him, it's a Goodman. And he's like, oh, there's still tons of parts for them around, you know. We'll be able to fix it. Just, you know, I don't know. Who knows? When you're a homeowner, it's always something. But on the same token, you know, my property value is going to go up about $7,000 a year. And, you know, with my mortgage payment and stuff, I'll be paying down about $2,000 a year. So, I don't know, I'll be getting about $9,000 of equity into my house each year. I had an old furnace that my buddy, before he retired, it was old. It was probably 35 years old, and we kept that dang thing running for about 5 years. It was shot. It had been through basement floods, all kinds of stuff. I think it's either the heat exchanger, could be a loose wire, or it just needs to be cleaned. Anyway, say a little prayer that Paul the Pipe guy can get away for under $200 and get his furnace back. This blend is the best blend I've ever made. Oh, it tastes just like bourbon barrel slices. And my K. Woody collection is for sale. Look at that beautiful super grain, love it. That's gorgeous. It just has a little bit, well, more than a little bit of the classic K. Woody over twist. That's when someone smoked the pipe, decided to clean it right away, and then crank it down. The glue loosens up because of the heat. And, you know. Anyways, Paul the Pipe's got to go. Paul the Pipe guy's got to go. Love y'all. Peace out.